Okay, so a quick guide on how you install glass in an aluminium profile. That's your aluminium profile, master line 8. Your glazing beads, you would take out the foam spacers or distance that are inside the frame, and then your glazing beads should fall in the way. So if you push them in to the middle, then they come out. Okay. Now, I couldn't find any glass spacers in the office, but I found one that was cut in half. It was used to put under a single piece of glass in a frame in an office partition. But it gives the idea. In your situation, I think they use red ones at the bottom. So if you look at the frame here, the smooth plastic part here is the receiver for the spacer. Now if you use a full-size spacer and put it on the bottom, at the two points at the bottom, then you can install your glass. Now I've got a piece of foam insulation here that give the idea how it works. So you would bring the glass up, obviously supported at the bottom on the 2 points. Once you get the glass in, then you can add the spacers at the side to get it tight between each side, both at the bottom and at the top. There should be a starter about the same distance away from the corner at the bottom of each field, and one at the top on the sides. Okay, so then you get your glazing bead, and it should tilt in to begin with, and then you lock its tooth in at the bottom here, and then it should tilt outwards and then lock into place. Okay, and then obviously you've got to get the other part in to miter in properly as it was cut, as it's been sent to you. And it's the same procedure. Okay, and then you've got to get your seal. Now, you've got to figure out which way around it goes, and the surface that's going to lie flat against the glass. My situation is that way. Okay, so that's how it's going to lie against the glass. And then you've got to, when it's lying at that angle, then you've got to cut your 45-degree angle on the bead. Okay. So now, what you can do is you can use some of these plastic spacers to stop, to put in here, to stop that glazing bead falling in while you're trying to put the rubber seal in. But I mean, I've got a small piece to work with, so it's not so critical. But you know, you want to hold that out so it doesn't drop in. And then once you've got the rubber seal started in the corner, then you can remove the spacers as you go along, and that'll stop this glazing bead from falling in. So once you've got your 45-degree miter, then you've got to take it into the corner to start with, like that. And what happens in effect is that rubber seal holds the glazing bead out and stops it falling in. So you bring it nicely into the corner to get the corner connection. And there's my vertical piece. Okay, let's do that. And I'll get that one started. And then what you've got to do is if you get your miter right, you get it pushed down, then you get a nice clean connection in the corner. Now, once you've got the corner started, then you want to work along, but compress it slightly into the joint, and then in the future, when the rubber shrinks, it's not going to open up on the corners. And then you can't, once you get to the opposite corner in the aluminium, then obviously once you get it around about the right place, you pull it out a bit, cut your 45-degree miter joint, and then start your next corner. See, it's trying to fall in, you see, which is why I suggested putting spacers under here when you've got your long length to stop it falling in the way. Just use my fingers to hold it out. Okay, that's how you glaze aluminium.